I'll just say this. We all have older family members. When's the last time they passed out and had to be drug off into a minivan?
I'll tell you this. My grandpa's older than Trump, and he never has to drink a drink with two hands. And he would beat the shit out of Trump. I
believe everything you're saying.
His foreign
this
policy
is probably all true.
Second to...
Yeah, and he's never made a mistake in relations with China.
That's true. That's true.
Not one. Not one in all his Chinese dealings.
I'm going to have to talk to my grandpa about running for office. He's a man of the people.
Papa, I need to talk to you about something.
I know you think that being the youngest candidate in this race will be a problem, but no. Other presidents have been younger than you, Papa.
Yeah. Just go up there and say whatever you want. You're going to be way more likable than everyone on the stage. They're going to be like, man, Biden, Trump, these guys kind of suck. This motherfucker James from Southern Dakota, this guy's making sense. I also had a coon problem, and then I put out poison, and now my trash is fine. You know what? I want to know how he trains his blue tick hounds. Well, I'm going to go into extreme detail about that. Sir, what's your economic policy? Well, just try and get everybody a job. Back to the blue tick.
Does he have blue tick hounds? They're for.
He did at one point have a blue tick hound, and he's had many hounds over the years that he's.
What does he do with them?
Hunts.
What does he hunt with them?
Fucking everything, whatever season it is.
Does he go coon hunting?
Yeah, he goes coon hunting.
You ever do that?
I never actually went with him to go coon hunting.
It's pretty sad.
Is it? Why?
Well, they chase the raccoons that are rather intelligent through the woods until they climb into a tree for, safety, because that's what they do. And the dogs, that their job is to tree them, and so the dogs all circle the bottom of the tree and like growl up at the raccoon to terrify it. And then the hunter comes along with a flashlight and a pistol, and your goal isn't to kill the raccoon, it's to wound it severely enough that it falls from the tree. That way the dogs can fight it.
Oh, wait, that's sad. And my grandpa didn't have running water until his 20s, and so he doesn't really give a shit.
Well, that excuses it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've told you the stuff he does. He went out with my youngest brother when he was like 6, and saw a squirrel on it. He was teaching my younger brother to shoot on just a little 22. He took all of us and did this, and he was like, "Hey, you see that right up there? Yep, shoulder it. You got it, just like we practice. Get it right there." And he's like helping him to aim at a squirrel. His little 22, learning to shoot. My youngest brother shoots it and just good shot. Apparently, twitches and falls dead. And then my grandpa's just There you go. That's one. That's the first one of many. Giving those way too hard farmer back of the back pats.
His hands are just giant and thick and strong.
Hands the size of my head, just slapping way too hard. And congratulations.
The size of what?
My grandpa's a big fan, and my youngest brother just apparently broke down weeping over how much he struggled. How much he struggled over the death of that poor little chipmunk or squirrel, not a chipmunk. Mm-hmm. And that's what you need. You need a grandpa that's gonna. I've said this before. He fucked with me when I was 3 because he's real good with his hands, and he made a real nice looking duck out of Play-Doh. And he did that because I was spending all day that day. I was like maybe 3 years old, trying to make something that looked like a bird that I saw at one of the ponds out of Play-Doh, and it sucked because I was 3. And then he took time to make a real nice one. And he goes, "Here you go, Taylor. There's a duck for you." And I was just looking at it, studying it, wow, cool. Man, someday I'm going to be able to do this. And then he brings his giant Southern Missouri farmer fist down as I'm 2 inches from it looking at it. And he just goes, "Quack!" And it scared me so much. I apparently was inconsolable for half an hour over that. I'm 3. And he was busting a gut. Just laughing so hard over it. My grandpa's a troll. He's a very funny man. And all he wants now, he doesn't give a shit about politics. He doesn't give a shit about what's going on in the world. He just wants to watch professional bull riding in peace. That's all he wants. He's not a NASCAR man. He's a professional bull riding man. Where every time I'll go into that room where he's sitting there after dinner just digesting, I'll be like, "Hey, who's this?" He's like, "Fucking trash."
How does he feel about the Brazilians in the bull riding? Is he cool with it? Does he root for him, against him? Doesn't care? He
he likes whoever's doing really well. He doesn't give a shit about the race thing. He'll even say, like, it's interesting you brought that up. He's like, yeah, these Brazilians, they're real fucking good. Real fucking good. This feller Jose, he come in, he rode the Titan. Shit. 11 seconds. You know what the second fastest one, the second most time? Some fucker ride it for 8.5. Barely made the cut. He rides it for 11. And it's like he just loves bull riding immensely.
Yeah,
So
when I brought it up, it was a national thing to me. There's the Texas good old boys, and there's sort of a culture there, and then these Brazilians come in, and they're tough as nails, like really just fearless bull riders. I guess they're all fearless, but
he likes whoever can ride the toughest bull the longest, and that's who is. I guess
I always thought it was like NASCAR, where you kind of care who wins the races, but you're really there to see somebody get stomped the fuck out.
I mean, that's entertaining too, because unlike NASCAR, 1 out of 3 from my limited bull riding experience, just sitting next to him after like dinners and such, watching it, these guys get fucked up constantly. It's like every single time they're about to pull that lever and let the bull go crazy, it's like a 70-30 chance, with a 30 being that he gets absolutely fucked up. And the clowns
bulletproof vests now. Like, I'm sure they still get fucked up, but I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's like a serious bullet. It looks like a chill cowboy leather vest like you might see in a movie, but you look at it a little more closely. Kyle, go ahead. It seems like you might know something.
That only protects them from the goring. That protects them from full-on penetration.
Yes.
But they're getting crushed.
But it must still distribute even the crushing a little bit. Like if it's hoof,
soft.
But a hoof, it's going to take what was like 1 inch of pressure and turn it into 3 or 4 or something. Like it helps a touch, right?
It'll keep them.
It doesn't make them lighter.
No, it's all about keep preventing a serious goring, I think. Just a penetration. But they're getting crushed. They're breaking ribs and crushed.
Like, let's do it this way. Let's say I'm wearing a bulletproof vest and you punch me hard with your knuckle. With and without the vest, I feel like the vest helps a touch, right?
The same's true for a winter coat, though.
Yeah, it does help marginally, and that's what you
want. A bulletproof vest, isn't anything special. Like it's just kind of tough. Like it's not like thick. It's thin. It's just a lot of like, I don't know. It's a soft fabric. It's not.
The injury I see the most has nothing to do with the goring. It's either getting trampled on like arms and legs and stuff, or it's they have to grab with one arm and yee-haw with the other as they're doing it, because you can only hold with one arm. And what happens is as the bull bucks, their head comes down way too fast, and the top of the bull head smashes into their forehead. And that's what seems to be the big cause of injuries, is like they won't be able to stay steady enough, and then that bull bucks too hard. And then the hard skull of that bull is crashing into your forehead, and it's like, yeah, you're going to get concussed. You're going to get
this has a ton of foam in it. Yeah, this is very different than bulletproof. This is cool. This is exactly what they fucking need.
No, they need helmets.
No, only a pussy'd wear a helmet.
Bullfighting, 1 in 7 guys, it seems like, is getting their skull cracked on the back of those bull skulls.
Some of them are a little thinner than others.
It looks stylish. Can I get this in black? Yes, I can.
Yeah, you can get it in black.
I will take a large.
So yeah, this helps a lot with but like it's only on your chest. I don't see any nut protection on this thing.
No, there was that one. Who was the rider who got his testicle crushed?
I don't know.
He was a famous one.
I don't know. That sounds pretty fucking
terrible. There's so many famous bull riders to choose from. It's hard to say.
Well, there's Cletus McGillicuddy. There's fucking Tyson.
You mentioned Jose already.
Jose. Alan.
John.
Steve.
Worst bull riding wrecks of 2010 PBR. I wish we could watch this.
Probably can't.
What if I found like a live leak video? Could we watch that maybe? Or is that also no good?
It just seems like the sort of thing that's copyrighted. Yeah, YouTube gets tougher on that all the time.
Oh my God, these people are dying. All right, I'm gonna stop. Sorry.
Dying is rough.
Dude.
Yeah, man. I like the weirdo sports on ESPN and stuff. Like when they do like the strongman, kind of weirdo sport, but I guess I was headed more to like the lumberjack competitions and the knife ones where they take a knife and just cut a bunch of ropes and logs and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, I like that shit too. Hey,
Spelling
Spelling
bee.
bee.
they used to do
Shape.
paintball on there. I always liked it when they did paintball.
I bet I can see why you would, but I find paintball to be super repetitive. You know, the guys just sort of set up in the same position, shoot ropes of paint accurately. I get it, but and
Yeah.
then I guess it's hard to do videography really well. Like it doesn't lend itself to it,
Mhm.
Makes
and
sense.
I'm not
A lot of
seeing like
top-down
did
stuff.
that guy get hit? Did it bounce off him? Did it not explode? Like weird.